Well, tomorrow for Black Film and TV. Hello, folks. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
As we go to each season, and you're gonna have a fight scene, that is a guarantee. How much do you practice going on there as far as your skill set as a fighter? Xolo?
It really depends. I mean, with the first couple of seasons, you would have like an episode 1 fight, an episode 5 fight, an episode 10 fight. Now it feels like there's a fight every episode. So it gets a little bit harder. But the best part is that because we're 5 years in, it's easy to kind of pick it back up. And our stunt coordinators and the rest of the cast and crew and the stunt doubles and everyone, they really work super hard to make sure that we're comfortable. So I have no complaints. It's always just enough time and not a second more.
What about you, Mary? Do you go to the writers and say, I want to learn a new move?
Yeah, no, actually I do. I get really hyped about it. And so anytime I run into them in the off season, I'm like, so like, wouldn't it be really cool if Samantha got to like have weapons more? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then, lo and behold, I do get some cool stuff thrown my way. So I'm absolutely in love with the stunt world of it all. So I take any opportunity I can get.
Peyton, do you know if any of your fans notice if you have a signature move or not?
I don't think any of them have noticed.
You have a signature move?
No, I guess I don't.
That's
know.
what I'm saying. You never know. As long as you fight, there's got to be something, whether it be a kick or a hand.
Yeah,
you have a signature like stance though, for sure.
Really, there's definitely a couple kicks that
whenever they're like, what do you want to throw? It's like your hook, right? Or your yeah.
Mary noticed. Okay,
I'm a fan. What can I say?
And what about Jacob? Obviously, you've gone back and forth with the hairstyle. Do you keep it straight this time?
I don't know. This season, I don't know if I should spoil anything. I like having the mohawk. I think it's pretty fun. I don't know. I think with the mohawk can possibly come lots of aggression. So I think Hawk is trying to be more peaceful now, but we'll see.
What about you, Gianni? You're new to the fold in terms of getting more to do. Did you work on your skill set as a fighter?
Man, I am so not flexible. It takes 3 months of the entire length of filming just to be able to get my leg like near my head. I don't know how some of the other people do it. For me, it's just stretching. That's what I do the majority of the time. I did Krav Maga before this, so luckily I had like a little bit, a little bit of knowledge going into it, but nothing compared to what they have us do. Like tornado kicks and what's that one where you like, it's you're behind you?
The Magenta Lotus?
Yeah, the Magenta Lotus, yes. Yes, Magenta Lotus. That's actually my special move. If you don't already know what it is, you're not a real fan, so look out for it. But yeah, it's yeah, I say it under my breath.
Kato is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the weapon demonstration. Yeah. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, spent a lot of time. Craig, he helped me a lot. He's like a weapons Captain Craig. He's a weapons expert. Yeah, I love that a lot.
I won't spoil anything, obviously, but obviously we hope to get a season 6. We want to see you keep fighting, keep doing your thing, stay peaceful. Wherever you guys are at, stay safe.
Thank you so much. Later.
Thank you.
Wilson Morales from Black Film and TV. Hello, folks. How's it going?
Great. How you doing, Wilson?
Yeah, I'm going to start off by saying to you, Thomas, I was talking to a friend of mine saying I'm going to be talking to you and Yuji, and he calls me back 2 days later. He goes, he tells me he told his aunt, and his aunt pulled out a cover of a soap opera digest with you on the cover. From way back then, So he goes, I knew that name somewhere.
That is so funny. Hey, it was a great time in my life. I found an incredible woman, and we're still together 37 years later.
Everything old is new again. You guys are back, parts 2 and 3. All meshed in one, so when you come, you're coming back, season 5, does your skill set as a fighter enhance? Do you go back to training school to say, okay, how do I get my leg up? Hey, Thomas?
It's crazy because, you think, you train every day and martial arts is part of my life. And then you get on set and you go, I get to let it out. And then you don't realize that you're not doing it just for an hour of working out. This is a 10-hour, 12-hour day. By the end, you're going, I am getting old. I can't do what I used to do. But, that's part of the challenge. It's also part of the fun. that you just get to throw yourself into this and go, you believe, you still have all these incredible skills, and we bring that to life. And it's a challenge.
What about you, Yoji? You're the good guy now.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the whole Cobra Kai stuff. I'll be honest with you. I love the physical part of it, and the training leading up to it. And yeah, you think, oh yeah, do this and do that. But my God, it's totally different when you're on set, because, they have this certain choreo, and then you got to learn the choreo and certain kicks. You go, oh boy, that one was a good one there. So, it's just incredible to be able to work with a wonderful stunt team. The fight choreographer, Don Lee, was fantastic. He had these wonderful moves for both Thomas and I and the whole cast. They made sure that we were, stretched out and warmed up before we got involved in any of it. And the one thing that I always remember is that they said it's a marathon. It's not a 100-yard dash. So you got to be careful and just be. Yeah.
But the problem is you go, okay, we're pacing, take it down a little speed wise. Once they say action, and you're in character, you're not thinking about, oh, I should take it easy. It's just, you got to.
Exactly.
But what about, while he's turned into a good guy, Terry Silver is still the same. Does he have a heart? Are we going to see the kindness of Terry Silver for us to feel differently about him?
All he wants to do is be loved and have friends. He's struggling to find his way. He's so committed to what he believes is right that I think it's gotten in the way and taken him a little off course.
So at the end of the day, obviously, when all of you guys are together, and no spoilers given, how much of it on set is a lot of fun when you guys get to when you're rolling and you're in action without giving anything away? Yoji? Because we know at one point or another, there's going to be a fight scene, whether it be in a trailer or a clip, without giving anything away. How was that when you had to finally put it on tape?
Oh, it was great. I mean, it was so much fun. And when you have some wonderful actors to work with, and great writers to create, then it's just magical, and it's easy. It's like butter. So it was incredibly fun.
And then offset, it's just like we're just having a ball. I mean, we go so far back and our histories. It's great. It's a great atmosphere.
Well, it's good to see you guys back. For anybody old enough, they're like, oh, they're gonna pull out the DVDs, the tapes, the laser disc. Keep it going. Have some fun. Take care, guys.
All right, you too, Wilson. Thank you.
Coming into season 5, how much did each of you prepare on your skill set as a fighter? Dallas?
Ooh, going into season 5, I did a lot of preparation for the scenes and everything in the season. I remember I was starting to go to a karate class, and I was also doing some training on over Zoom. I was also working with my mom on just different techniques that I could, perform and portray while we film the season.
What about you, Gianni? You've been on the show for the longest, like at what point did they tell you got to get in shape now?
Well, I think I got the message in season 4 when Dallas beat me up. I was like, okay, I got to start doing this. So that summer I started boxing, which I've been doing ever since, basically. And I really liked it. And I think it was really helpful for season 5, to have that experience in martial arts. I kind of, no one told me to do it, but I kind of thought it's probably going to be for the best.
And what about you, Oona?
I try to get in the dojo as much as possible, practicing some karate and a little bit of tricking. And I'm just trying to, drill in those techniques.
Well, you're coming back, obviously, the stakes are higher every season. And each of your roles has expanded from the previous season. There's a lot more for you to do, even though it's a big ensemble. How has that prepared you as an actor, knowing that you get more pages to work with as opposed to when you initially were on the scene? Now, Gianni, you've been on there from day one, but for Dallas and Oona, you get to be more, you get to really be part of it as opposed to just joining the show. Now you're in there second season. Dallas?
Yeah, no, it's definitely intense and it's very exciting, but it's really cool just to see the evolution of our characters and to see our characters do a lot more in the seasons every single year, and it keeps progressing with our relationships and dynamics between the characters. But I think that's just a reason why this show is so special, because they keep finding new ideas to incorporate our characters with the adult characters as well.
And Oona, coming in now, you're more comfortable now. You know, when you came in last season, it was more like introducing who you are and whether or not you'll just be a character in the backdrop. But now you're heavily into it like everybody else. And how's that worked for you as an actress?
Oh yeah, I've definitely gotten pulled into, especially the karate side of things this season. So you'll get to see more of that and learn a bit more about Devin's backstory.
Gianni, you're the heir apparent. You know, the chosen one at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and sooner or later, this can go on with just, you know, knowing that you can probably handle it all. You know, knowing you've worked with not only the main core cast, but, you know, you're also hanging out with these guys. You know, how have you grown as an actor throughout the 5 seasons so far, when you know your evolution has keeps going?
I think it's been really a great learning experience, especially I was so young when we started, and over the years, I mean, working with these incredible actors, I've been able to learn so much about, you know, acting and also just like being a professional and working on a set. And then when these guys came in, I got to really learn what it's like to have people my age, you know, I'm working with, because I'm not just a kid anymore. I got to really feel like I, you know, had people that were just, I could just, you know, say anything to.
Does it ever get too much when, you know, when you're doing these takes, and then there's either a choreographer or the director that says keep going? Dallas?
I feel like there's never been a scene where it's just too much, because we have each other to support each other and build each other up even when times get tough. So I don't think there's ever been a moment where it's been too much to handle.
Well, people will be excited to see what goes on in season 5, who's going to make it in, who's going to make it out, who's going to win at some point. Yeah. So congratulations, come back. Hopefully we get a season 6. Take care, folks.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Thank you.
You know, as we come on to season 5, what's more challenging? Keeping your skill set as a fighter, bringing in surprise old faces, you know, or the ensemble as it gets bigger and bigger, especially since both of you guys are executive producers on it?
All of the above.
All of the above.
All of the above. We got to stay in shape. We got to make room. We got to stay in tune. So all of that goes into to our prep for what's coming next.
It's exciting, you know, bringing new OG cast members back, expanding on the current cast of characters. It keeps the show fresh. Everyone from yesteryear comes back and knocks it out of the park. No one has, they all just bring the A game. And then the expansion of characters and additional characters each season create new areas of story and new places to work, you know, and add on and evolve. As far as the staying in shape and the fighting stuff, that's, you know, it's not getting easier, but we are trying to stay ahead of it.
Can Daniel ever be happy? Can he just run the car shop and just like let it go?
No, we can't do that. I mean, you know,
not yet.
We can't do that. Then the plane comes in for a landing, I guess, and we just want to keep it up in the air. You know, it's fun with season 5 because Daniel kind of loses his grip on a lot of areas of his life, fighting for what he believes is right, and the only one who could actually see the wrong or the stakes that comes along with that. And so that's been a nice journey for a nice arc in season 5 to in addition for me as an actor to play that stuff going forward. And I think I'm hopeful that fans really enjoy seeing that side of it.
Fans are going to enjoy this. Obviously, there's a lot we can't talk about, but moving forward, because I'm always hoping there's going to be another season, is there a possibility we can bring on more members or any members from the films you guys weren't in that was part of the franchise?
Yeah, sure. Anything in the Miyagi-verse. Anywhere Miyagi exists in those films, there's they call the Miyagi-verse. So anybody that's come in contact with Miyagi-Do is definitely ripe and in the universe and can orbit the valley at any moment.
I was talking to the actor who plays his son, and I said, oh, he's the heir apparent. He went a couple of seasons without having to learn on the fight, but now, as we getting on to more seasons and he's getting taller, have you worked with him as far as working on his skill set as a fighter?
Are we talking about Griffin? Are we talking about
yes.
Griffin, who plays Anthony?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come into his own. It took a while in the early part of the show as to how Anthony fit. And it's great to see. He's such a great kid, and he's really working hard. And all the other kids, some of the older actors in the younger generation have taken him under the wing. He's working hard, and I've enjoyed those scenes, in season 4, and now season 5. He's I'm happy for him and where his character's going, and his antagonist with Kenny, and we'll see what happens with Kenny going forward. It's a soap opera. It's a big fat Karate Kid soap opera, or karate soap opera,
and it works. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you so much. Good
Thanks.
to see you.